Hello, everyone. I'm Janice, and I'm so happy to welcome you to Sangha Live, or welcome you back. This morning's meditation is with Caverly Morgan, a dear friend of mine, a coworker, and just an amazing, amazing teacher. Caverly Morgan is a nonprofit leader, the founder of the nonprofit Peace in Schools, and the creator of Presence Collective. Caverly is an author. She's a visionary. She's extremely passionate about awareness practice, about igniting individual transformation and collective awakening. So thank you for joining meditation with her. She's been offering this daily meditation series for, it must be months now, since the COVID-19 pandemic really kicked off, just as a way to support people and share practice during this time. So I'll bring Caverly on in just a few moments. A couple announcements. Sangha Live, this platform, is what makes this possible, is what allows people from truly all over the globe to tune in and share practice together. So if you are able to support financially this platform, anything is greatly appreciated. There's a green button right below me that you can click on at any time. And Sangha Live, you can check out their website. They have the past recordings of all the daily meditations with Caverly. They have other in-depth courses. Caverly has one up there now called Bridge to Happiness. And also other meditation teachers offer courses on there as well. And so how today will work is that I'll bring Caverly on. She'll lead a 30-minute meditation, and then she'll share. She'll open up for questions and discussion, and we love to try to get people on screen to have a dialogue with her when possible. Last two announcements for those of you who are really loving practicing with Caverly. It's not too late to join the Science and Non-Duality Conference. It's a 7-day conference that Caverly is one of the teachers who's part of that. And also her Wednesday night meditation class. That's 7 p.m. Pacific Coast time. It's on Zoom. It's much more intimate, and it would be a great chance to have even more dialogue with Caverly. So I'll drop the link in the sidebar for both of those. And I'm going to bring her on, and we'll get started this morning.
Janice, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Friends, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending. Hello. Brought you some fresh irises from our yard. Might be hard on the screen to see that this is like a deep purple iris, and this is a new iris. This year, a black iris. It's so decadent. So, yeah, anyway, flowers for you, friends. Welcome. As always, just very glad to be here, and woke up this morning present to the way in which Sharon had requested a specific breath practice. And I definitely am taking requests. I love it. I love to feel your engagement. So thank you for that, Sharon. I am going to offer that breath practice this morning. Before I do, I wanted to say a few things about this breath practice. And actually, I want to announce something else as well. Good morning or good evening, Julian in Paris. Wanted to announce something else as well. It occurred to me that the summer retreat that I'm offering with 3 other teachers from the Presence Collective teaching team is still happening. The details are on my website, and I'm really excited that over the last few days I've spoken with each teacher individually, and on the website it doesn't have the schedule that we will actually use for the retreat, because it still has, I believe, the schedule that would have been the in-person schedule. And we realized it's not a practical schedule for people during this time. And specifically, I don't have an interest in having people look at their screens for 6 hours a day. So I just wanted to plant the seed that I'm really excited that I'll be meeting with these teachers soon and talking with them about the details of what this structure could look like. And I think if you've been enjoying these calls, I think you'll really appreciate this upcoming support for practice. So Janice, if you get a moment, just post the link so that people can at least read a little more about the other teachers who are going to be sharing some practice during that time. It's a summer retreat. Now, as soon as we have those details, I want to be sure to tell you about it so that you can block that time out on your calendars. Hi, Christine from France. No worries about being late. We're settling in, and I'm Christine. I had just mentioned that I'm going to be offering a breath practice this morning, and thank you for the request, Sharon. I see that you're here today. Hello from Texas. Here we go. Thank you, Janice, for posting that link. Resting in the stillness of being. So, and Sharon, the movement teacher, is awesome. Yeah, Sharon, Suniti is the movement teacher for that retreat, and she really is. She's a deep delight. Her offerings, truly delightful. So this breath practice that Sharon requested, I realized this morning that I didn't want to say too much about it. I really would like to offer it and have you, I want to offer an opportunity for you to have a direct experience of this breath practice, and then we can unpack it a bit if you're interested in that after this meditation. This is a breath practice that we offer through our Peace in Schools curriculum. And again, Peace in Schools created the first semester-long credited mindfulness course in the United States. And currently we're serving 90% of the schools, albeit in a pretty adapted way based on COVID. 90% of the schools here in Portland, Oregon. This breath practice we do in a secularized fashion, when we're offering it in the high schools, and we do it in a manner that allows the breath to simply move in and out of the body using the imagination from different directions. Based on this community and this platform, I'd like to allow this breath practice to expand in the fullness of its offering by tying the breath, grounding the breath in different energy centers in the body. When we're just doing it in the high school with the full body, and I'll make sure that you have an understanding of that version as well, should you appreciate that. When we're just doing that, the first group of teens I was working with over at Wilson High School named it the dental floss breath, and you might today get a sense of why they came up with that name. Another person who had been practicing with me for a long time called it the pendulum breath. So for today, I'm just going to refer to it as pendulum breath. You can call it whatever you'd like. You might really like the name dental floss breath, but first I'll just take us into a direct experience of it. If you are new to any practices that involve the chakra system, I have not talked about the chakras on this platform, and I do like to support people who have the kind of conditioning that would make it such that you want to immediately write off anything that has to do with the chakras. Many people I work with are some sort of allergic to talking about working with, practicing with the chakras, and I honor that based on various bad experiences they've had, or again, the ways we're conditioned to think about it. So it's important to me to invite you in the same way that when I bring a poem and I have a sense that there might be people listening who've heard that poem before, I always am sure to make reference to Zen mind, beginner's mind, listening as if for the first time. Today, I'd like to do that same thing around the chakra system. If, please let go of everything you think and believe about the chakra system to the best of your ability, so that you can simply have a direct experience of your own energy. All right. Thank you. So, beginning by taking 3 of the longest and deepest inhalations and exhalations you've taken yet today. Just allowing the eyes to close and allowing yourself to settle in. As you settle in, begin by bringing the attention to the energy center that's located at the base of the spine. The first chakra, or the root chakra. Start by simply bringing your attention there. This is a place of identity. That sort of tribal sense of identity. I always use the example of We are the Johnsons. We vote Republican. We eat meat. Whatever glue keeps that sense of Johnsons in place, that's all first chakra stuff, if you will. First chakra, root chakra is also our connection point to the physical plane. If you're new to working with the chakras, or if you would simply just find it helpful, place your hand right at the front of that root chakra. It helps ground the attention there. Next, you're going to visualize that the breath is moving into the body as if it was moving in through the back of that hand. It's moving into the body. It's coming into the body from the front of the body, and then as you exhale, it's releasing out the backside of that first chakra. So you're visualizing the root energy center, the base of the spine. Breath comes in through the front of the body, into the root chakra, and then out of the back. And then you draw the breath in from the back of the root chakra into the center of the chakra, and then you exhale it out the front. And then for today, we're just going to simply take it in two more directions. So we visualize that the breath is on the left side of the body now. We draw the breath from the left side of the body into the center of that chakra, and we exhale the breath out the right side of that first chakra. We draw the breath in from the right side of the first chakra, come into the center of our being. We exhale the breath out the left side. And then last direction, we visualize that the breath is above the crown of the head. As we inhale, draw the breath in through the crown of the head. Come in into the center of the being, and as you exhale, exhale the breath out and down through that first chakra, this place of identity. Then draw the breath in, as if drawing it in from the center of the earth. Pull it in, through the first chakra, into the center of the being, up and out, as you exhale up and out the top of the head. So it may feel like it's a lot to keep up with. It won't by the time we've moved through the energetic system. But for now, I just want to repeat the pattern. And in this moment, what I'm going to do, I'm going to invite those of you who got it to just stay focused on the first chakra for right now. If you're a little fuzzy, feel free to go ahead and open your eyes, and I'm going to use my hands in a way that might be supportive to you. It's important to me that folks really feel like they can be at ease with the directions. And so I'm going to do it with a visual. So you want to visualize, I'm going to now work with the heart chakra, which we'll get up to. There's 7 major energy centers that we're going to be working with this breath practice. So now turn your attention to the heart center if you want to follow along with visually. So I'm visualizing that the breath is in front of the body. As I draw the breath in, I'm drawing the breath into the heart center. And then as I exhale, I'm releasing the breath out the back of the heart center. As I inhale, I draw the breath in from the back of the heart center. I come in as if it's coming into the back of the body, in the heart area, and then I exhale. Breath goes out the front of the heart center. The breath then is visualized over to the left side of the body as I draw it in. Breath comes into the center of the body, and as I exhale, breath goes out the right side of the body. As I draw the breath in from the right side of the body, I come back into the center of the body. Exhale, breath out, the left. Last direction, I visualize that breath is above the crown of the head. Draw the breath in through the crown of the head. Come into the heart center. Exhale from the heart center out and down into the earth. Next inhalation, drawing the breath in from the earth, breath coming into the heart center. Exhale, breath up and out the top of the head. So we're going to be repeating this pattern in each of the major energy centers for a few minutes, and then we'll move into silence today. If you've been just staying with this pattern with the first chakra, lovely. Now others can join you there. So everyone bringing attention to the base of the spine, the root chakra. And then while focused on the base of the spine, visualizing the breath is in front of the body. Draw breath in through the front of the body, come into the center of the first chakra. Exhale the breath out the back side of the body. Draw breath in from the back side of the body, come into the center of the first chakra. Exhale breath out the front side of the body. Give the attention to the left side of the first chakra. Draw breath in from the left side. Come into the first chakra. Exhale, release breath out the right side of the first chakra. Draw breath in from the right side. Come into the center of your first chakra. Exhale out the left side. Visualize breath above the crown of the head. Draw breath in through the crown of the head. Come into the center of the first chakra. Exhale breath out and down into the earth. Pull breath in from the center of the earth. Come into the center of the first chakra. Exhale breath up and out the top of the head. For just a few more minutes, I'd like to now let you practice on your own at the pace of your own breath with this pattern and the first chakra at the base of the spine. If you are still struggling with the pattern and you'd like me to guide you through it one or two more times, just put that in the sidebar. Others could turn the volume down and then bring the volume back up as we move on. So just let me know if you're needing a little more support. Otherwise, I'm just going to be silent now and allow you to practice this breath pattern with the first chakra. finishing the pattern wherever you are in it, finishing up that pattern with the first chakra. And then gently move the attention up to the second chakra, which is right a couple inches below the navel. The second chakra in particular responds to touch. So allow yourself to place your hand right a few inches below the navel. And as you place your hand there, begin this same pattern, this time drawing breath in through from the front of the body, through the back of the hand, into the second chakra, and then releasing the breath out the backside of the second chakra. And repeating the same pattern, front to back, back to front, left to right, right to left, up to down, and then down to up, letting the pivot point of the inhalation and exhalation be it in the chakra that we're working in. So always keeping the attention grounded in whatever chakra we're working in. The second chakra is our feeling center. So just allowing this cleansing breath to move through this seat of emotional sensitivity. We can talk more about these energy centers during the Q&A part of today's call if you'd like, but for now, just feel this energy center. This is the center where when you walk into a room and you can feel that there's maybe a difficult conversation had just happened, you just feel it. That's the second chakra function. Just allowing the breath to easefully and peacefully move through. This energy center. For one more minute. And then finishing the pattern you're on. So always closing that loop of the directions. Front, back, left, right, up, down. So finishing the one you're on. And then moving the attention to the third chakra now. So this chakra is right where the ribs come in together to touch. Place your hand there. It's the will center. How your actions manifest in the world. Pulling the breath in as if the breath is coming from the front of the body and going straight into this will center, and then releasing out of the back of this third chakra. Repeating the same pattern with the breath, the same flow, regulating your breath to move freely in all directions through this third chakra. The third chakra is the axis pivot point for now, for a few moments. Finishing the pattern that you're on. And then gently and lovingly move the attention to the heart center. This heart chakra, not only the place of unconditional love, but the seat of possibility, unconditional love and possibility live in the fourth chakra, in the heart chakra. Breath coming in, releasing out the back. And then releasing out the front. Continuing this pattern at the pace of your own breath for a few moments. Finishing the pattern that you're on with the heart chakra. Moving the attention to the fifth chakra. This is the energy center that's right at the center of the throat. Place of self-expression, how you express who you see yourself to be to the world. And draw breath in through the fifth chakra, come into the center. Exhale, breath out the back side of the fifth chakra. Finishing the pattern that you're on. Next, turning your attention to the sixth chakra. This is what some people refer to as the third eye. It's right at the center of the forehead. With these chakras, we're not just picturing a spot on the surface of the skin. Really go into the center of the body. So the sixth chakra up above the top of the spine. Spine goes all the way up into the skull, of course. So breathing in and out of the sixth chakra with the same pattern. This place of clear seeing. And if you'd rather not keep your hand there the whole time, that's fine. It can be helpful just to ground the attention with the hand, but if it's tiresome to you, you can release it. Just a few minutes with this pattern and the sixth chakra. Finishing the pattern you're on with the sixth chakra. And then closing this practice out by turning the attention to the crown of the head, this space right above the top of the head. And for a few moments, this same breath practice with this place of faith and belief, our connection to other realms, focusing on the seventh chakra as you breathe in and out through the space. And that area that just touches the crown of the head and above it. So allowing this cleansing breath to move freely through the seventh chakra, this place of faith. Finishing the round that you're on and simply noticing. Just attending lovingly to what's arising in the body and the mind and the energetic system. When this last round, this last pattern has completed in the seventh chakra, just resting in awareness, noticing what's here without any direction, without any practice. I'm just being. Simply aware. Friends, thank you. What a joy to share that practice with you. That practice was first shared with me. I've adapted it a touch, but it was first shared with me by a lovely man named Walter McKitchen, who truly taught me just about everything I know about the energetic system. I would love to open it up before I do a reminder to please support this platform. Your donations are what is literally making this possible. Not a metaphor. There is no private Swiss account for this Sangha Live platform. So thank you. Spencer, the third and the fifth were the most challenging for me and also the most rewarding experiences, as these have brought great challenges to me for many decades. Now they feel energized and highly capable of transcending energies that may activate them. What is here after the practice is exactly what you said at the end, simply aware. Spencer, thank you. I appreciate you writing that in. It's really helpful to notice what comes up with each energy center. Today, what I did is I offered the basic practice, and then there are many nuances within that you could explore. Folks, I invite you to explore this practice and then bring questions back, because there can be so much that's revealed about these various energy centers. So, and the conditioning or the karma that can be held, stored in these energy centers. So Spencer, thank you for writing in. Sandy, curious about how to relate to feeling of being crushed with hurt over being ignored by another. Yeah, thank you for writing in. Yeah. Sandy, I hope at some point, and I remember, I think it was Linda, we were going to share the screen today. So Linda, if you still would like to come on, I would love to share the screen with you today. So do come on when you're ready, if you'd like to. Sandy, I would love to share the screen with you at some point too. And I apologize if you told me that's just not something you'd be up for doing. But I say that because if it's the same Sandy that I've had exchanges with in this platform before, I recognize there's something about, there's something to unpack about relationship that could be really helpful. If it's the same Sandy, you've spoken about your relationship with family and the triggers in that. So I would love to have an exchange if that's possible. So please look into that if you can. For now, allow these feelings of being crushed. Go back to the experience of simply being with these feelings. Get as close to these feelings as you can and drop the story. Doesn't mean your story isn't real or true. Sometimes people feel like to say, like, let go of the story can be very invalidating. This is not to invalidate the story per se. It just means don't let yourself be so interested in it for this practice assignment that I'm offering. Just stay with your felt experience. Because on a sensation level, I'd be interested. If we were in exchange, I'd want to know, like, what does this mean, being crushed over the actions of others? Remember, if you're allowing your peace to be disturbed by the actions of others, then it's a fragile peace. It's not a sustainable peace. It's not the piece of your true nature. It doesn't mean we won't be thrown or triggered at times, but it's to name what's possible, which is notice that self-talk, notice the stories, notice everything that keeps the felt sense of being crushed in place, and just go to the being with the feeling. Sandy, I'd love to, again, have this as a conversation. If you're willing, let me know if you are. But that's a little taste of what I can offer without getting to talk to you. Mimosa, hello. Late, sad to miss the practice. Catch up for sure. Wonderful. It'll be online. Mary Jane, wow, how opening and freeing. So grateful this is available to us to explore again. Lovely. I invite you to. Julian, thanks for acknowledging your gratitude. Maria, energized, expanded, grounded. And yes, you used to meditate with the chakras. Great. Try this out for a bit. Sophie, yes, you could absolutely combine this practice with meta phrases. When I mentioned this practice, I'm offering it today in the simplest form. What I mean by that is I'm just giving the structure of the practice. And you can adapt the practice in many different ways. I've worked with the practice and color. You could add meta phrases. I'd love to hear, Sophie, if you do that, how it goes for you. So do keep us posted. Kiki, thanks for this practice. It was cleansing and energizing, and you now feel expansive and connected. Thank you. Thanks for acknowledging that. I really do think, Kiki, that the more you practice this, the more will be revealed. So today, full transparency on my end, it can feel clunky to teach this because I really want to make sure that people walk away with the pattern, and it's hard to tell on screen how people are doing with it. Now that said, you notice it got more and more spacious as we went through it. And once you have that pattern, that's how it'll feel in your own energy, in your own practice as well, that your attention can truly be free to simply receive the practice rather than having to focus so firmly on the mechanisms of it. And then I'll just address one more comment here. Janice is doing a little Instagram live through our Peace in Schools Instagram platform today. So if you'd like to join Janice for that, please do. We'd love to see you there, and she'll be doing it at 9:15 our time. So last question, Julian, would you have some good secular URL books to share for reading about this practice or the chakra system? I don't, and Julian, we can talk more about this in another time, but in my experience, the way we secularize this in our high school settings is to just not mention the chakras at all, and to just allow, thanks for bringing me back to this, Julian, to just allow the breath, rather than moving through each chakra, to just allow the breath to move through the entire front side of the body, come into the center of the body, move through the entire back side of the body. So we're really just using the breath as a cleansing way to move through the body at large, through the energetic system. We don't even mention energetic system. I don't believe. We're just talking about energy in general, but mostly we're just focusing on a basic practice of moving breath, through the body, and letting teens notice what happens for them with that. So the way we make it secular is to just release the part of the practice that makes it specific to chakras altogether. And it's often teens will report that it's one of their favorite breath practices they learn in our course. So, for example, is it really 7 points? Okay, I'll have to address that another time again. Thank you for writing it in, Julian. I really appreciate it. I'll read it and maybe we can bring it into another call. But I am very sensitive to the time given Janice's schedule today. So friends, I want to thank you again. We had a little less time for Q&A based on how long it takes to teach that practice and really get an experience of it. But I hope you enjoyed it. I find delight in sharing it with you, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you.